Who's that, Biggie?
Oh, that's just Faye. She's always checking up on me.
It's a lying piece.
Pop, please don't kill me. It was Buff's idea.
No, man.
I'm just a rapper, man. Please don't take me out the game.
I ain't gonna kill you. We was homeboys once, Pig. Once we homeboys, we always homeboys. Even if you is a fat phony.
Thank you, Pop.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Don't thank me. Sorry.
Yo, welcome to Carter's Corner Pocket. Where we feel the rocket today. Talking GameStop, sharing pumpkin spice season. No, that's my season. You know, I'm a Scorpio. I'm all about pumpkin spice. I had to play that song. You know the song, Another Warrant, 2 of America's Most Wanted. I love that song. First thing I thought of was GameStop offering warrant dividends. Amazing. Here's according to the Black-Scholes model, what it could look like, what the warrant could look like. But honestly, after digging into warrants for the past few days, I wanted to go live Friday. Just things didn't work out. I've been busy. My daughter spent the night at her cousin's house. I have to go pick her up in a little while. So if I get the call, you know, from the wife, that means the baby woke up. Got to bounce. But we'll see what we can get through today. So this is the warrant's value, right? It's hard to value the warrant because the warrant is It's the price. It's through many different things. It deals with theta decay, where the IV is at on the stock, but it's all based on the stock and the options pricing. You're going to start with intrinsic value of the warrant. Okay, so what's the intrinsic value? It would be if the stock was, let's say the warrant is $32. That's the strike price. If the stock is at 35, then the intrinsic value is $3. Right? So it goes based off of that. But right now the intrinsic value is 0 because we're below the $32 strike price of the warrant. Then we're going to deal with time decay. You factor that in along with IV and a couple other things. Then you get the stock price. But the thing is, the shorts are going to have a lot of issues. I hate starting like this. I'm not tinfoil, but if you're short GameStop, you're gonna have to come up with some warrants. But let me just go with the flow of the show. Yeah, so this is based off the Black-Scholes model. This is not the flow, but since we're here, we're gonna do it. Okay. You know our IV creeps up way above 120% when GameStop rockets. So let GameStop rocket, right? And the warrant price is tied directly to the stock price. Generally, 99% of the time, you know GameStop is the 1%, and I'll explain why. 99% of the time, the stock price goes up, the warrant price goes up along with it. Okay, so in other cases, I was doing some research. In cases where the warrant price can push up the stock price is when you have short covering, and you know what GameStop is famous for. You know it's GameStop. It's famous for being shorted over 100%. When you have the shorts racing to get warrants on the open market, you have supply and demand principles of supply and demand. There's less supply, more demand drives the price higher, and that could in turn push the stock price up as well, causing a double squeeze. So yes, the way it's going to go down is, let me just pull it up. October 3rd is the record date. That is the date, just for you shareholders. October 3rd is the record date. That is the date that GameStop is going to count who has shares prior to that date. So October 2nd is technically the last day you have to buy shares. So yes, you need I'm not going to give financial advice. I need to be accumulating shares. I want to accumulate shares at a massive rate. Not massive, but more than I usually do because I want more warrants. I can buy more warrants. Those are long-dated call options, 1-year expiry. That's how you should look at it. And that's why time decay, intrinsic value, and everything plays along with it. So if IV goes up, let's just say. So there's 3 different options of what you can do with these warrants. Okay? There's this. Okay? And this should be 1,000 shares right over here. Okay, so let's start off, say you own 1,000 shares. You're entitled to 100 warrants, right? 10 shares, you get a warrant. You have option A, do absolutely nothing. Say the price is less than $32. It expires worthless. But why would you do that if you believe that the stock price is going to be less than that? You just sell it off in advance and sell the warrant, you know? But who really needs those warrants? It's the people that are shorted, and we'll take a look at that. Hopefully, we get a chance to look at it. Okay, so that's option A. Do absolutely nothing. Warrant expires worthless. You still have your shares, right? You still have your 1,000 shares. Option B, you can sell the warrants on the market. Okay, and say the stock price goes up to $50, which is easy for us to do. Very easy for us to do. Let's see. If it goes up to $50, what would the price be of the warrant? And this is very rough, okay? This is very rough. Say the price of the stock is $50. You know our IV is going to, if we're going up to $50, our IV is going to be way above 120%. So the value of that warrant would be around $30 for one warrant. With risk-free interest rate of 4.5%, and that's based off the Black-Scholes model. So yes, so $50. Our price is around $30 for the warrant. When it comes out, the warrant will be maybe a few bucks, a couple bucks, $1, $2. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to point it out exactly what it would be. I should have done that. I should have looked it up. But I think it's around $1, $2. And as time goes up, as you know, like an option, as the price goes up, IV goes up. The strike price is 32, and the warrant. So this is a theoretical value, right? So going along with this theoretical value, what they don't take into account is shorts piling in, trying to buy warrants, trying to fulfill their obligation of delivering warrants to the broker. Because what's going to happen is the lender lenders, the people that own the shares, you, myself, people that where like think about this. Where do shorts get their shares? Okay, so it's either from institutions that buy shares en masse, lend it out, Fidelity accounts, people that buy and have Fidelity or just brokerages. I'm just using Fidelity because I use Fidelity. That's the example. People that have margin turned on. Yo, Derek, thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. You really don't have to do it, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Everyone. Amber, what's up? Jay Crispy, Burton. Yeah, everybody is in here. I didn't even say hi. Sergio, what's going down? Yo, Matt, Smoke a Lot, what's going on? Hope you all are having a good weekend because I can. I went to my son's football game. It was hot outside. Man, it's hot. We had to bear it over there. But let's go ahead and look at it, okay? Where was I? Okay, so let's see the the shorts, when they go piling in, because they will need these warrants. The shares are lent out through institutions that buy and lend the shares out to hedge funds that would short it, okay? People that have margin turned on. That's basically where they get it from. Share rehypothecation. So that's what got people in trouble with GameStop in the first place. I think just one day short interest massively dropped. I think they're hiding it in some way because the self-reported short interest. Why would they admit it? They want to infiltrate message boards. It's been said. This is just generally what I think they're doing, because when you go to Reddit, it's a very negative sentiment. Now people are bullish. Now people are liking it. But I didn't need a warrant to do this. But I'm enjoying it. I like it. I like the move. It's very bullish. They're going to accumulate. I think it's $1.88 billion if all 59 million warrants get sold out. So yes, so it's very good for us. So what drives the warrant price very high is if shorts are piling in to cover. Based off of high short interest. So right now, short interest is what? What is it? Okay, let's see. GME, short interest. There we go. Fintel. That's what it was. I was trying to think Fintel. I was thinking FINRA. Okay, we're at 16.2. It's still high, and those levels are a little boosted because of the convertible bond arbitrage, but they will need it as well. But they bought the shares in the beginning, so they have the warrants to deliver. So in my mind, they'll probably just sell it off. But what do I know, right? What do I know? So this is what we can do with it. Or we can exercise the warrants at $32 each. So if the share price goes to $50, you have to have the $32 per share for the 100 warrants, $3,200 cash on hand. And then you scoop up $1,800 worth of profit on that. If the share price is at 50, and that's if the warrant is valued at $18 to $20 per share. If it's $20, you get $2,000 profit. Okay, so that's how it's going to work. But the difference is, the thing is, like I'm saying, short interest, short people needing these warrants will get into a bidding war. Me personally, I'm going to hold it because I know they need it. I know they need it. That's what I will be doing. I'll hold it for a while and then I'll reevaluate as time goes on. That's what I will be doing, and I want to see the warrant price go up and up and up because they really need it. They really need it because whoever's lending the brokerage, say an institution has shares, right? They purchase shares. They lend it out to a hedge fund right over here. The brokerage in between, the middleman, goes and gives the warrants to the lender, and then the brokerage is in charge of going to the hedge fund and getting the shares. The people are owed the warrants. They need to deliver warrants into those accounts. So there's different things that can happen. Just imagine if there's no back-breaking amount of short interest, right? There's no back-breaking amount of short interest. They're able to get the warrants, but they have to go on a little bit of a bidding war, which they will have to give up just straight cash for it. And the thing is, if people, this is the example without backbreaking short interest. They have to give up cash for it, okay? And it's going to put them in a little bit of a pickle, okay? Let's just say that. Because you not only owe the money for the warrants, you're going to be even farther upside down on your short position that you're still paying to borrow. Now, let's just say the institution is like, man, GameStop is delivering incredible earnings. They're on the brink of turning it around. I really don't want to be lending out my shares to this hedge fund, and I don't want the liability. Let's just say they're like, I'm going to sell my shares. Then instantly, instantly, yeah, they're going to turn to longs or something, or get out of this. They just don't want the risk. Okay, but maybe I need to think about that, because I may have just phrased it in a little bit different way, but I'm just thinking like institutions may want to sell out, get profit if GameStop rockets, or however it may be. I don't know what's going on in the background, but what I do know is that the warrants are going to be needed by whoever has a short position. They will have to deliver a warrant, and they're going to go on a bidding war because of pure supply and demand principles. This is just personally for whatever you want to do. You want to do nothing, let it expire. You still hold your 1,000 shares. Okay, or you can sell the warrants on the market, $18 to $20 each on a classic warrant. But when shorts, I keep repeating it, but I'm excited about it, that if shorts are in a bidding war for this, it will go up in price, and they work in tandem. But the warrant can push up the stock price not only if, but one of the few reasons how a warrant would push up the stock price is if short people need it. People shorted need the warrants and going into a bidding war. Or you can sell, or you can exercise it, which I envision I will probably end up exercising it. So I'm going to calculate how much cash I need by the end, or wherever I think I'm going to exercise it, which is definitely next year. And yeah, that's my plan right now. And just this pricing of options, like, you should get excited, because IV goes way over 120% when GameStop rockets. 50 is easily attainable. It's a level that we've been retesting. Roaring Kitty has said it. I'm going to delete this. Roaring Kitty has said it multiple times. The fact that we are making it back to this is absolutely bullish. Where do you think we're going right now? We have lifted off of this with a very strong candle on the weekly chart. Very strong candle on the weekly chart. We are far above this line right over here, this trend line, in this giant pennant that we are running. I envision us going to 29 in the short term. I don't know if there will be another pullback or we'll break out of this, but GameStop's undeniable. Well, let's go ahead and see. Now this warrant that's thrown into here, when is this ending up? Like, around what time? Okay, there you go. This is October. I got to look over my laptop. This is around October. Right over here. Right when the warrant is due. Right when it comes out. Up and to the right. 100%. Yo, what's going on? Arrow's Hoopty Rides. I gotta check it out. Buy high beats. They only make money if the warrants are exercised. Yeah, if you don't exercise it, it just expires worthless. But I would sell it. What's up? We have to go now? Okay, alright, cool. Okay. I have to design an Among Us shirt with my son later. Okay. I won't do it. I'll do it later. Give me a moment. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Really excited. I was going to go through this. Let me just go through the economy really quick. We have this right over here. The jobs report's coming in abysmal, and this is just the scope, the landscape. People have to think about all of these things that we do not have to, because Ryan has he secured this company strapped with cash, ready for a market downturn, and we have 528 million in Bitcoin, 500 million in Bitcoin. Yo, Jay Crispy, yo, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. So 500 million to protect us as shareholders. Ryan does everything responsible as well. It's basically like a dream that we get to invest our money into this company at this moment before it takes off, before it rockets up. And that is crazy, thinking that GameStop was at $488 at one moment, in time. So yes, so we have jobs down coming in. Initial jobless claims came at 263,000 month over month, up 27,000 just week over week. It's the highest since October of 2021. Think about the environment in October of 2021. We're talking about COVID. We're talking about layoffs. We're talking about like people running around with masks. Like in my area, very Democratic area. Everyone's masked up. People are masked up in the cars. People are masked up outside. You know, people are losing jobs left and right. And we're talking about jobless claims reaching October 2021 highs. We have constant revisions downwards. We have, and that's the thing. Here you go. Do I have it highlighted over here? Let me see. All 6 major grocery store food groups indexes in August. Index for fruits, vegetables rose 1.6%. Tomatoes increased 4.5%. With the index for apples, an apple a day will make you broke now. 3.5% it rose. Meats and poultry, the index, meats, poultry, fish, and something else. Meat, poultry, fish, and eggs rose, I think, 5.6% in the last 12 months. So everything is rising all around you. There's more to read. Fruits and vegetables index up 1.9%. Index for energy increased 0.2% over the past 12 months. Gasoline fell, but everything else is rising. So that's where we're at. What is it? Medical care up 3.4%. Household furnishing 3.9%. Used cars and trucks 6%. It's crazy. It's crazy up in here. Everything's up, and the market right now is pricing in a 70 basis point of cuts by end of 2025 and 150 basis point cut by end of 2026. That's where we're at right now. 70 points and then 150 points next year. All while the stock market is hovering at an all-time high. Somewhere over here, we're in a gigantic price bubble. Famed economist warns extreme stock valuations point to negative returns ahead. Here we go. Look, we're in the 3rd most expensive stock market of all time. This is where we're at with this graphic. Check out back here, 1930s, Great Depression. Then we have the dot-com bubble. This is COVID, and now we're right approaching COVID levels. Just like you can see, the initial jobless claims are approaching COVID levels. A lot of the layoffs are coming because of AI. They said AI won't affect you. When rates go down, businesses are going to take out more loans, and eventually a lot of businesses won't be able to pay the loans because the U.S. dollar is being devalued as we speak. They're going to start cutting staff as well. That's just the way it goes. So we did CPI. Did we do CPI? It's all good, man. It's all good. That's what it is. That's what I have. Another thing, just on an upward trend. There's a video just talking about it. I'm not going to play that. Here's more layoffs. Oregon mass layoffs approach Great Recession levels. Microsoft CEO admits of lack of empathy with laying people off and return to office. Return to office is 5 days a week. Many people are like, half of the people are like, I'm finding another job if you make me come in 5 days a week. If anything COVID did, it made you learn, like, at least me, how important it is, like, being with family, being with my children. I was there when it was for kindergarten, virtual kindergarten. That was my daughter's, like, first entry into kindergarten, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, it was a wild time. But, I refuse. Like, right now I go into work 3 days a week. I work from home the other 2 days. And that's really the days that I stream. But let's just move it along. Ubisoft layoffs. We know the economy, but GameStop is where it's at. GameStop, we don't have to worry about any of this stuff. We don't have to worry about all of this. But look at this. Look at this trash. GameStop posts narrower loss in Q2 as Bitcoin holdings lift balance sheet. Like, this is just absolute fear, uncertainty, doubt. FUD article, September 9th, 2025, just released 5 days ago. GameStop narrowed its quarterly loss after after booking $528 million of Bitcoin on its balance sheet. The Grapevine, Texas company reported a net loss of $18.5 million for the quarter, ended August 2nd, compared with $44.8 million profit in the prior 3 months. I really don't know what the hell they're talking about. Revenue slipped $673.9 million. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Where is the revenue slipping? What the hell are they talking about? I don't see any of those numbers over here. I have no clue. I have no clue what he's talking about in this article released just days ago. Just days ago. And you know, we came in a revenue, $972 million from $798 million. That's a $174 million increase in revenue. Or $732 million. I looked at something. Hold on, wait a minute. Here you go. Those numbers are off too. See, I memorized GameStop's disclosure. Net sales 972.2 million for the period compared to the 798.3 in the prior year second quarter. SG&A reduced to 218.8 million compared to from 270 the last one. Operating income 66.4 million for the period. From before it was $22 million loss. I don't need to read it. We've all read it, right? It's incredible. You want to look at free cash flow? Let's look at the cash flow. Consistently increased. This company is turning around. We've been right all along. We just need to keep all of the negative, like I'm at a point where I'm just thinking, I'm like, I'm blocking every single negative thing out about this company. Like this article, this dude's just a crypto bro. He keeps talking bad about GameStop. When GameStop bought crypto, he was mad for some reason. So this is his article, Crypto Gawks at GameStop. I really don't care. You can't phase me. You can't fade this. You can't do anything to penetrate my mind, because I am so convicted in the stock. I do all the research, just researching the warrants. Like, let me just get to the main points that I want to get across in case I have to leave. Okay? Here's the buying for the same dude that released that article with false facts, false information. The buying frenzy that sparked a rush into GameStop and Dogecoin recently, likely amplified by trading bots. Okay? It's never that GameStop is doing the right thing. Brick by brick, line item by line item, 10Q after 10Q, like just one after another, consistent results. And the market just wants, people nowadays, they don't have patience for this. You have patience if you get your mind right, and you have patience over here, you're going to win. Guaranteed. Ryan Cohen is leading us. There's like a 95% to 99% chance of winning. Like nothing in life is guaranteed, right? You saw the Charlie Kirk stuff that happened. Me personally, honestly, I was gonna go live. I didn't really feel like it. It just made me very sad. I didn't follow. Like I've seen clips of him like that. And to make it clear, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, and I don't say that. I'm just a free thinker. I think with my mind. And the different things, different ideas that I have in life about things, they align with certain parties. Good. I don't like that's great, grand. But the way I took it in was I watched the video. I watched the video saying pray for Charlie, and then like showed him with his children, and like that connected into me, because that's what I do with my kids. And then I saw the video of him getting shot. I was like, oh my God, that guy he's gonna die, And then I really kind of got off of social media. Like I was on it, but I tried researching GameStop, but it was just all over. Like there's no avoiding it. I just really didn't want to see it, so I took some time, spent it with my kids, have fun with them, and that's where we're at. It just sucks to see that humans are at a point where we're praising deaths of people just from talking. To me, the people that, if it's not an inside job, which if you ask me, it looks like an inside job. That was an accurate shot from a high-powered rifle. But let's just say whatever story they go along with, whatever story they put out, if that's true, it sucks that people just can't talk. And if someone that did that really did that, that's why I teach my children to communicate with their words, not let their emotions get broken by people's words. It just doesn't matter if you're confident within yourself. And that's where I'm at, man. It's sad to see a father be lost, his children asking for him. His wife will have to be strong, for his children while she's weak, while she's broken down into pieces. I can only empathize, and I'm trying to teach the same empathy into my children to make this world a better place. That's what I have on it. I'm sad for his life as a father, as a husband, for his family. I watch his videos. I watch some of his videos. I agree with what he says, but I'm not just going to agree with everything everyone says. You know what I mean? But that's that. Now back to GameStop. Here we are. GameStop bullish as ever. Dude put $100 price target. I like this guy. I've heard him a few times before talk, and he's always bullish on GameStop. He was bullish when we first invested in a crypto.
Weaver, your target is 50. How do we get to 50 on GameStop?
Well, first of all, this is all about financial engineering, and I think this is a subject people should study up on. We bought Bitcoin because of financial engineering. We traded AMC and Trump Media because of financial engineering. And now it's GameStop. Ron Cohen, again, great interview on your show not too long ago. This guy's only been CEO for 2 years, and he's completely transformed this company. So we think on the fundamentals, the stock is going to 50, but on the technicals here, if we get above 32, look at above. The real story here now is he's turning this thing into a profitable company. Again, financial engineering. They've got $9 billion in cash on an $11 billion market cap company. In my career, 40 years, I've never seen anything quite like this story. We love it here. We're buying it aggressively.
Hey, I got 1 minute.
Buying it aggressively, just like us, right? The one share at a time, all added up. I'm reading the chat right now. Ryan Cohen is just getting started. Absolutely. Let me read this. Let me see what's going on. Make the Among Us have a GameStop logo. Maybe I should, right? He wants to make a shirt. He has a blank shirt. Thanks for the content. Great info on the warrants. Please pre-order some Cardsmith currency cards from GameStop. They come out in October. Do a video in November if you can. Bro, I got this. Right here, the first edition. I ripped through a bunch of these packs, and I was like, yo, I didn't pull a Bitcoin thing. I'm gonna keep this one sealed right here, first edition. Maybe someone will want it if the Bitcoin cards haven't been found. I need to look and see if it's all been found. But thank you, I really appreciate that, man. It's awesome. Miss doing things with my kids. Yeah, I just I don't know, man. My mindset's slowly changing where I'm just getting like It's not that it ever wasn't there, but I'm coming to the point where it's like a realization of like whenever I think of a moment with them, I think of it like I'm way older. What would I give? What would I give to have this moment right now back? And I'm over here streaming while my kid's on the other side. No, but I've been with them all morning. But what would I do to get this moment back right now? With my child. What would I do? So then that's how I base my actions off of, because I never want any regrets with them. I'm trying to build them up the strongest, the best human beings that they can be, just trying to make our world better, man, because that's what it needs. It needs human interaction. It needs somebody caring about another person other than themselves, man. Thank you, Burton. I appreciate that. I'm a great father. Man, thank you. Very liberal. Ryan Cohen is just getting started. 30 people in here. Yo, thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to hit the like, hit it, This I'm hoping my kids can come in here, and see the videos of me. If whatever reason I'm gone, whatever it may be, that's what I want. That line, inhumane, absolutely inhumane, especially for his kids and wife to see it, just to see it and be there. Imagine they're doing just another warrant offering next October, and they just keep messing with them, right? That'll just, honestly, if they keep doing that, can you imagine? Shorts will have to keep coming up with warrants over and over and over again. Would be beautiful. Imagine we string them along for 10 years doing that. Be amazing. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Exactly. Just get something started. Being ready, being ready is an excuse. Like, oh, I can't do this because I'm not ready. Like, it's just an excuse to not start it. So just start it. If you're imperfect, you'll build on it another time. You'll build on it next time. You'll be able to take, even if you have 10 if you have 10 chances, you mess up 9 times, you have one thing positive to take from it and build on it. Try to get 2 things positive next time. Whatever it may be. That's just a different, a mindset. Everything is learning, and that's where we're at, man. GameStop. We've done all the research. Look at this beautiful, beautiful website. Now we're partnering with Legos. We're partnering with everybody. We're partnering with PSA, Legos. We have not even started Power Packs. If you like, the impact Power Packs is going to make when you have a full year release of it is going to be exponential to GameStop's balance sheet. You have articles that, like, the title was bullish, but then they start nitpicking, like, collectibles only 23%. The game part of it, the video game part of it. The reason you saw they said that's shrinking, but the reason you saw gross margins come down is because the margins on consoles are less, and we sold them in mass. But we also have our private label products that go along with that. You get an official Nintendo controller. Maybe someone doesn't want to spend whatever it costs for a Nintendo controller, so you get the GameStop controller as your backup or something along those lines. We're a full-on card shop. I went there 1 hour. Yesterday I went there 1 hour after GameStop opened. Twilight Masquerade was gone. My daughter had like a workout class, so I dropped her off, went by GameStop, and it was gone. I got Mario figures. I have to make a movie with my son later, like a stop motion movie. So that's what we're doing. Beautiful. I haven't even checked. I'm about to check the graded cards. Okay, let me see. What time will you be done? Let me see. All right, cool. Let's see where we at. 1,500 items going down. Yeah, so that's where that's at. Let's see where Power Packs is at. I'm going to show you what I've been pulling. I have a video like clipped out, but I didn't post it yet. But let me just show you what I got. I got this for $100. It's a Slow King Hollow. Series 5 coming out. Let me see what's going down now. You're never ready, Amber. You're never ready. You just have to do it. Make a mistake. It's okay. And who cares if anyone judges you? Those people probably aren't even moving for themselves. Series 5 comes out. I hope you can sell the Series 1 for big bucks. If not, it's okay. If something else. I like to keep, like, I just don't want to rip it and have nothing. You know what I mean? I may keep it. I don't even know. I'm not even, like, I still, like, I promise I'm going to open these. One of these, I have 2 evolutions, like the prismatic boxes. I have to open this. These are all for the stream. I'm going to open. I mean, this I think I'm going to give to my son for his, for Christmas, along with the Switch 2 or something along the, Switch 2 will be for both the kids. But yeah, so that's where that's at. That's where that's at. I've got stuff to rip on stream. I don't even care. I'll rip it. I bought it to open, so I may rip it. So I have this Slow King. I like this card. It's funny to me. I don't know why. It's $60. We'll see. I got something good. I got cards that I like. $100 pack. I got this. It says 67. PSA estimate 80. It sells for about 80. 99 Snorlax Hollow. PSA 7. And that's the cool thing about it. You keep value in it. You know, it's not like you're losing your money. And I like Snorlax. As known. This one, $50. It dropped $10. But GameStop's getting it. Okay, but look at this. $81.95 offer received from PSA. This is the card, though. I like this card. $100. This is a lie. Absolute lie. Crobat Japanese Split Earth Edition. Here we go. Look at this. I pulled this out $100 pack. Watch this. Split Earth. Crobat. PSA. Was it a 9? Hold up. Wait. That was a 10 or a 9? Why should we be looking at 10s and it's a 9? Oh, it's a 10. Okay, there you go. Check this out, yo. PSA 10. Is this? There you go. Somebody bought it for $400, $260. Someone sold it for $100. I don't know why. There seems like some arbitrage play you can do because consistently $260, $275. Here's a $500. Also just sold. You know, that's this exact card on my power packs. Since y'all are with me, I'm gonna do a pull. But this exact card. It may say 100, but if you do some research, and especially because it's really old, 2002, I'm keeping this thing. Let's see what I can get. Let me see what else do I have? I got a Mimikyu, which I like. My son was telling me, like, what Mimikyu is all about. It's kind of dark, but I like it. $99 card value. I haven't looked it up. PSA 10 Mimikyu. I'm not taking that PSA offer. So yeah, these things appreciate over time. They really do. Oh, let me show y'all really quick. This Blastoise that I got for $100, $304 right now. PSA estimate $339. Look at this, 238% increase. Where's that Bubble Mew that I got for $100? Japanese PSA 10 Bubble Mew. Yo, y'all are gonna be surprised at this. When I opened it, it said $385. Look at this. $600, man. Craziness. What's that Van Gogh Pikachu at? The PSA 10, because I got the 9 as well. That was like $500, $600, $1,500. It's amazing. It's amazing. Do I even want to do... Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Gamblers. Hold on. Let me pull this. So we're going to do a gold pack. I don't even know why I block out my credit card information. I mean... I'll just run up a bunch of charges and be like, yo, someone stole my card. But I got it. Hold on. I'm going gold. Buy pack. I'm going to pull it over. Crap, I gotta add a card. You for real? Okay, hold on one moment. See what I get. Alright, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna bring this joint back over. Let's see what let me see what I get, though. First live stream pull. What did I get? Melodic 10, 144. Boom, I'm done, yo. I don't even know. Do I even care? Should I look it up? Let's take a look. What we get. Melodic, like that's one of them where Morantz was like, just sell it. Sell it. But everything else I've been having is appreciating. 112, 110. Maybe I should just sell it. Give GameStop the money, take the money. What should I do? What should I do? They're offering me. How much are they offering me? 129. Yo, there's the back call. Hold on one moment. Hello, give me like 5 minutes. I'll be done. Wait. It's not Capecho. That's easier. All right, thank you. Bye. Cool. Yeah, check it out. Okay, yo. This sounds nice. This sounds nice right here. E-readers, that scowling is from Southern Ireland before Generations 2. See, man, you know all this stuff. I know the old school stuff. I really know the old school stuff. I guess I'll keep this joint because PSA keeps giving me offers. PSA will give me an offer. I don't even want GameStop to take the L for this. I do not want GameStop to take the L for this. I'm going to keep it. We'll see where it goes. 144, I'll decline it. I don't want GameStop paying over 100 for when I paid 100. We'll hold it. You know? I always have that PSA offer right over there. But, man, that's cool. My son's going to be like, can I get one when I show him this? He's going to ask for it. But, yeah, so let me get to it. Because they're ordering food for us for dinner. It's like $6.19. Let's see. This is right where we're at. This revenue increase. So I was wrong. Like I came up with 152 million net income when I was going through all the stuff. I thought our revenue. I thought we were at the end of shrinking revenue. But I thought we were right at the precipice of turning it around and going positive the next quarters with the revenue increase. But Ryan Cohen, does it again. 972 million revenue compared to the last Q2. Is this GameStop? Okay, cool. Cash flow statement. That's why. Income. Last Q2 was what? 798. Okay? So we grew 174 million. So what does that mean? We're quarter over quarter revenue growth. Now we're going to need to see year over year revenue growth. And since we're growing quarter over quarter, the only natural thing to come with Ryan Cohen at the helm, knowing exactly what he's doing, is quarter over quarter or year over year revenue growth. So here we go. During these 4 phases, this is the ugly teenage phase. I've done it 3 live streams in a row, and I'm not going to stop. Optimize inventory, done. Renegotiate, done. I was looking at corporate governance, all the different documents in the investor relations, and they have it in. I forgot the time frame, but they have it in there that they're going to keep consistently look at their vendor contracts. Always trying to rework them and make them as good as they can for GameStop, So they're doing that, no doubt. It's done. And they continuously do it, like a good management team should. Always looking for better opportunities, always looking for opportunities, and try to seize a day. Try and solidify cash. They tried, right? They tried and solidified cash. $9 billion cash. Yeah, $4.2 billion of it is convertible notes. We can give them stock. We give them the cash back, whatever we make with that $4.2 billion, and just return the cash back in the end. Can very well happen. Okay, this during these 4 phases, revenue is declining year over year, sometimes materially because you're comping against prior quarters with heavy marketing spend. This is why the ugly teenage phase, it looks ugly if all you're looking at is top line. But there are usually good signs. All OPEX lines decreasing as a percent of revenue. Revenue is declining year over year, but you have achieved profitability, which we have. We have 14. What was 14 point something? Basically 15 million was the last net income. Let me pull it up really quick. 14 point something, right? Net income over here. Or 44.8, excuse me. No, 14.8 was the last Q2. Okay, so we're consistent, and our business is going to be less cyclical due to the trading cards TCG portion of our business growing. So last Q2 was 14.8. Now we're at 168.6. So yeah, Bitcoin can fluctuate. It can change whatever's happening, but it's only 500 million. Come on, Come on. Ryan Cohen said he will be responsible with the shareholders' money, and I fully believe him. I believe him by the way he's acted. Everyone is always clowning on GameStop, clowning on Ryan Cohen because they want him to do this. They want him to do that. They want him to do everything. And they're all the brightest minds in the world. They are then why are they not buying controlling stakes of GameStop? Why are they not the GameStop CEO? Because they just are Monday morning quarterbacks. Armchair quarterbacks just sit down and like to comment on people negatively at that because they're negative within their own bodies and minds. So yes, that's where we're at. At this phase, you're still ugly to the world because revenue is declining, but the end of the teenage years is on the horizon. What's the horizon? Next annual meeting, next yearly results. That is going to be the horizon. That's when we cross the horizon and we take flight. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. Because everyone, all the filters, all the screeners in the world are going to show GameStop growing. Top line, bottom line, every line. GameStop's cash flow is going. Yeah. Everyone talks free cash flow, free cash flow. This ratio, quick ratio, forget about it. We killed it. Operating cash flow is consistently increasing. Q2 last time operating cash flow 68.6, and now we're at 117.4. Yeah, investing cash flow went down because of the Bitcoin investment. Let's see, net cash flow increasing as well. Look at this, increasing. It's basically exactly as Larry Chang described. So that's where we're at. Next time, what I'm waiting for next as a GameStop investor is an annual meeting. I want to see the yearly results. I want to come out with revenue, higher revenue growth. That's what I want to see. Yeah, what's up, baby? Yes. All right, cool. I got this Pikachu. Yeah, I got this Pikachu. Carne asada? No, I'm good. I got Tranca Pecho. Thank you. Okay, so we got one warrant for every 10 shares. We did it. 59 million. They're hoping to get 1.88 billion, 1.9 billion of gross proceeds. $32 conversion. We touched on it. What else? So I was looking at what other companies are doing this warrant dividend, and this is probably the last thing I want to read. So just to get y'all boosted before I go out, this is funny because they specifically talk about shorts and short attacks on their stock. R1 does not have that section. It doesn't completely mimic it, but it's very close to Enovix. This company Enovix's warrant dividend FAQs, the frequently asked questions. But we don't talk about short anything at all. They know. They're scrambling. We're having a good weekend. We're relaxing. We're just buying shares. We're relaxing, accumulating over time, trusting in the company, trusting in the management, doing our research, and I'm having a great weekend. Great weekend. People that short GameStop are not guaranteed. Guaranteed. So because they're gonna they have 1 month, right? Less than a month to come up with it. When do they give out the shares? Is it like the 6th or 7th? Something like that. Thank you. Appreciate it, Derek. Can't wait for the Power Pack website to come out of beta, ready to start collecting. Absolutely. Positivity always wins. It does. Elaine. It does, man. Too many people just negative, and they try to work themselves in. They look for someone positive and try to get at them, but they can't phase this, man. Let's go. Enovix. Let's see. Despite press releases, let's see. A dividend payment to shareholder on a per share basis, typically made in cash at Cypress Semiconductor. They make batteries. Their warrant is one warrant per 7 shares of stock. It's the same thing. $8.75 warrant exercise price. Let's see where they went up to. So this is their chart. The warrant was offered like around here, and they went up to like $16. So they doubled, right? And I personally don't know the exact short interest. Let me see. Short interest. The short interest may even be like gone by now. You have to look at historic 27% short interest, you know? But nothing shorted like GameStop. You know that. You and I know that. They're hiding the shares short interest, probably through ETFs. Think of ETFs like, you know, the share rehypothecation. What they've been doing. Imagine a circle. No, Tony De Niro, not a circle joke. Circle jerk. Imagine a circle of people holding buckets, empty buckets, right? One person has a bucket of water. That bucket of water represents your shares. Okay, that person has 100 shares worth of water in that bucket. They pour it into the next bucket, right? The person with the empty bucket that just poured it out still says, hey, I have 100 shares on the books. What's up, baby? Okay, well, we'll talk about it. Maybe there's birthday cake or something. I'm going to come out in a second, okay? I'm going to come out in a second. Give me a second. So, yeah, so the person that poured the water over into the next bucket is like, yo, I have a full bucket of water, you know? And then that person pours their bucket over to the next one and is like, I have a full bucket of water, you know? And they keep doing it with one bucket of water, but they just keep doing it. And that's what happens with ETFs and those people that keep rehypothecating those shares, keep doing it, keep taking it when people have their account on margin. That's where they're getting the shares from. They're getting it from institutions that lend them. So the brokers are going to credit the warrant, or going to give the warrant to the lender, to the official owner of the shares, and then they're going to look at the short person and be like, yo, come up with the warrants, you know, because now you owe us on our books. That's basically what's going to happen. And the shorts are either, okay, so I was looking it up. I need to find that information, maybe for the next live stream. So how are they going to, what if the people don't have the money? What if it's massively overshorted, right? And we're like, we don't have the money. You know what's going to happen? Their account's going to get liquidated. They'll get margin called. They'll start selling off all their other assets so that the broker can get their money because they're not going to play. Prime brokers are not going to play, okay? Brokerages are not going to play. They're going to margin, there's going to be margin call on their account. You're going to have time to give me cash, but if you really can't get that cash, if you don't have it, it's margin call. So, one moment. Let me see. I'm going to ignore that call from the wife. Hold on. Hello? All right, baby. All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'll be there. All right, cool. So let me end this. Warrant exercising scenarios, they go through the process that I went through earlier. Good guys and bad guys. This is what GameStop does not have, but this just absolutely has me boosted. Because this lets me know Ryan Cohen's intent is rewarding the shareholders and punishing the shorters of GameStop. That's why he's not worried. That's why he said what he said. Let him short. Because he knew he had the trap ready for them. Listen to this. Enovix. As we have discussed, the good guys, that's you, the shareholders, have been granted 27.6 million warrants worth $166 million at $6 per warrant. There's another benefit of the warrant dividend in curtailing the short sellers that have been problematic to us for 2 years. As of the NASDAQ short report on July 15, 2025, there were 44.2 ENVX shares, Enovix shares shorted to the market by individuals of hedge funds who borrowed Enovix shares from shareholders, sold them for cash, and kept the proceeds. Assuming the short sellers have sold borrowed Enovix shares for $10 per share, a common result, they took about $442 million out of the market without investing or owning a share. That's rehypothecation. Now they will have to pay back those shares by returning them to the real shareholders, who will certainly use the right to demand immediate share payback to collect their warrants. Since at least November 1st of 2022, there have been loosely coordinated group that has actively shorted Enovix stock with aggressive tactics. To start, they short a large number of shares, up to 3.6 million in hours, use price-destructive high-volume trading tactics to drive the share price down, that's short ladder attacks, coordinate those large short sales to the day with planned company announcements to give the appearance of a negative market reaction. Sounds just like GameStop. The NASDAQ short report gives the total number of shares shorted by company, and it comes out every 2 weeks. Whenever Enovix suffered a steep share price drop, I would check the next short report to see the number of shorted shares have also risen equivalently. If so, I labeled the cause of that drop a short attack. A rapid stock price drop coupled with significant rise in total shorted shares. We've seen that kind of market behavior as many as 8 times, and it's the reason I use the label bad guys. The following excerpt is from an internal report I wrote 2024. You can see over here, earnings over here, positive report, large short attack, earnings short attack, earnings short attack. I went back, looked at short volume of them. It lines up. You can see. Let me go to short volume. Hold on. I don't know which one. Did I do the right one? This isn't the one. So anyways, trust me, they be shorting, you know? So let's go back really quick. As of last July, short sellers owed 44.2 million shares, which they must buy or borrow from the current shareholders to pay back stock loans. In our example, 1475. Let me see what else there is. The good guys in the story could get better as the short sellers try to find these shares to pay back the 44.2 million shares they owe. IBKR, which reports this type of data, showed that there were only about 2.1 million Innovix shares available to borrow on July 27th, and that interest rate to borrow Innovix shares is no longer comfortable, 0.5%, but 4.2%. So, yeah, they're doing it, talking about how short sellers, they'll suffer an incremental loss. So you see they work it out in their example at $14.75 per share when it was an $8 and some change exercise price on the warrant. The stock all did make it to $14.75. They calculated they'd owe $210 million in an incremental loss, paired with the short loss as well on the short position. So this is really going to hurt them. If it doesn't kill them by massively overshorting our stock, if it's true, right, the short sellers really did sell out, which is false because, you know, what happened May of 2024. You know, we know just roll it along. Roll it down the line. Yeah, baby. Okay. So that's what we have right here. Look at it yourself. What if I hold a short position? If you hold a short Innovix stock as a record date, you'll be required on the distribution date to deliver the pro rata number of warrants to the lender of the shares you borrowed. As a result, market participants with short positions may need to purchase warrants in the open market to meet this delivery obligation. That is why they will go on the market. That's why they'll be bidding for warrants, and that's what will drive the warrant price higher. So that is why I am holding my warrant to start with until next year. These people have messed around long enough, effed around long enough with the wrong people, with the wrong shareholders, with the wrong mentality. Y'all had to go after gamers. You should have gone after movie goers. You did. They're weak. They only have a 2-hour attention span. Gamers, you know, we can be playing for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, nonstop. We're relentless until we beat the game, and we are going to beat the short sellers. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Peace. So nobody cares about Canada until they come the next day. Yo, I always think of Sharon when I talk about Canada. But Canada, yeah, yo, moving along. What's more beneficial? Hold them, sell them. Yo, Ryan Cohen, I don't know. I think the stock price is going to go up, like to 50, you know? Like, I really do. And I'll show you really quick because I really got to bounce. I got to bounce, but let me show you why. Because if we break out, I mean, we've been to this 50. I already showed you, right? It's easily attainable. We've done it multiple times before. Easily. And don't look at RSI being oversold. You know why? Because let me tell you why. Watching old school Roaring Kitty streams, he was like, yo, RSI being oversold and the stock is still moving up? Absolutely bullish. It doesn't have to come down. You know, on his charts, on Kitty's charts, you know I'm copying. He has this circled right over here. He's like, RSI, what, on the initial rise up. Okay, initial rise up. Can you imagine to $3.32, price adjusted for the split? The split dividend, I think he had this in mind. And they didn't execute it properly. They just entered it into a calculator, divide by 4, enter it in, you know? So, yeah, multiply by 4. Whatever, I keep messing that up. But you know what I'm saying, right? He circled this right over here. He's like, just because it's risen up, RSI is still up, it's bullish that we're still getting rips on high RSI. So if you start seeing rips on high RSI, you know we're there. You know we're there, okay? Because you got this rip on high RSI, you got another rip over here on high RSI when they dropped it back and it came back up to 47. So this level is easily attainable. I think we are going to see it in the near future is when we break out of this right here. We're going to see it. And we've started right over here. So let's just hope. Who cares? You know what I mean? Long-term GameStop investors, We're looking at warrants being priced very high, with short sellers going for the bidding, going for it. I really got to bounce, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. If I didn't read your message, can't wait for 50. Just getting started. Robert Space Industries. Got to hold our warrants. I'm holding it. I want to see what's happening because you know they need it. They absolutely need the warrants. And if they don't get the warrants, some brokers sometimes can just take the cash, but it's highly unlikely. They're going to give up cash and have an upside down short position, even farther worse than what it is right now. Shorting at $4. Yeah, it's over with. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Peace. Thank you. Have a good Sunday evening. Take care. Be easy. Positive mindset.